This is Calvin Castine. It's the 26th day of April 2005, and we're at Northeastern Clinton Central School on an overcast and chilly Tuesday for CVAC track and field. A lot of black and orange here. It's the Platsburgh High School Hornets and the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars coming up right here, right now on Hometown Cable. We'll do our best to cover whatever we can. For those of you unfamiliar with Hometown Cable's coverage of track and field, it's kind of an anonymous thing here. We never know who's competing. It's not the type of thing where they have a number on their jerseys, as you can see. It's just they have a uniform and that's it. No number on it. And at any given time, we don't know who is out there. The coaches sometimes don't know who is competing in what event till just before the meet begins. So we never get a list of who the competitors are. And we apologize to the students involved and to their families that we don't give them recognition name-wise on the coverage, but we try to point the camera at as many events as we can. Most of it will involve the track. We do try to look over at the field events from time to time when the opportunity arises. There's throwing going on in this direction. That'll be the discus and the shot. And over in this direction there is the high jump, which is always interesting on a windy day, keeping that bar up there. The bar is by nature easy to knock off because that's the idea. If you bump into it, that you knock it off. So sometimes on a windy day I have a little extra trouble keeping it up there. That's the high jump, and over here it's the triple jump and the long jump, and that is always in the direction of the setting sun, so that makes it a little difficult for us to cover also. So with all that said, stay tuned. I think we have a relay coming up first, and we'll be here for as long as we can, but if it starts to rain, we're out of here. Let's hope the rain holds off till the event is over. One more jump, or not. And they're off. This is a relay to start things. Running both the boys and girls relay. The boys are leading a little bit, and the girls are in a battle behind them. Looks like it's going to be at least a 400-meter relay. We'll follow the boys here, then we'll back up and pick up the girls in this first leg. Neck and neck. And it must be a 1600 meter. Northeastern leading. The boys will hand off this time around. We're trying to block the wind on this microphone. We hope that we're halfway successful in doing that. We had been in the middle of a drought in this year of 2005. And then all of a sudden we're in the middle of a rainy stretch. And Cougars have the lead after the first handoff. That's the boys' race, and in the girls' race, the Cougars are leading by quite a bit going into this first leg. Each will be 4 racers in each team, and they will each run 2 laps. There's a Cougar handoff. And we'll keep the camera rolling as we go back to pick up the Platsburgh runner. Just to give you an idea of the difference in the lead here. Boys' race is still neck and neck. They are now 3/8 of the race through. 37.5% of the race is done for the boys. Meanwhile, it looks like the girls have added to the lead on the Cougar side. The Press Republican had the preseason look at the track and field teams today. I looked at all the players lost on the Platsburgh side. I looked at all the returning players, and I looked at all the newcomers, and there are at least 20 of each. They've got at least 40, I would say, or more, and that was just on the girls' track and field team. Track and field, a big event. Looks like Platsburgh has grabbed the lead here. And this will be the second handoff for the boys, and they'll have a nice little lead here over the Cougars. Platsburgh has a much deeper team than Northeastern, and I'd say much deeper than probably just about anybody in the league. Maybe Peru has a deep team. I didn't really notice Peru because I was looking more or less at today's matchup. But numbers-wise, Platsburgh has I'd guess at least 50% more competitors than Northeastern has. It gives you more flexibility. And look at that fella there. He's going to lap the Platsburgh girl, and he's trying to do the same to the Northeastern girl here. Get a 1-lap lead. And looks like he's going to do it before the handoff. So here's the second handoff for the girls. So the girls are halfway through. Boys' race may have tightened up a little bit. There's a handoff for the Platsburgh girls.
Final call, one call.
And there's a Cougar. So they're not too far apart. I say the Cougar may have gained a little bit. And the Cougar girls have a bit of a lead on Platsburgh, but not insurmountable. All right, this will be the third handoff coming up here for the boys. So they'll have 1 runner and 2 laps remaining, and it's going to be pretty close here. This third leg has tightened up the race a little bit. About a 3-second or so difference. Girls have another lap before they hand off for the third time. And the boys' race has really tightened up. And they're challenging each other here. They've got another lap to go, so they don't want to burn out right here. Boys have another lap to go. The girls have a bit of a gap between them, so we're going to stay right on these two guys. If our tripod will allow that. We're going around in circles on our tripod. We're going to end up unscrewing the head here, taking the head of the tripod right off as we go around in circles. But we're going to stay right on this because somebody's going to make a move at one point or another. So a little bit of excitement here in the early going. And they're tightening up. Both seem to be going a little slower here, saving something for that stretch drive home. The girls are about to have their third and final handoff. We're going to miss that because we wanted to keep the camera right here on this race. Platsburgh runner has longer legs. He's going to start kicking. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. And it's going to be at the wire. Looks like Platsburgh is going to win it at the wire. Holy cow, what a race. At the wire, looks like Platsburgh pulled it out. I think it's the 3200 relay we just saw. There's the girls. Yes, we have new girls out there. And again, we'll keep the camera on just to show you the difference. Looks like Herdix has quite a bit of a lead here on the Platsburgh runner. Sun's starting to peek out. Watching Hometown Cable, viewer-supported television. Fortunately for us, a lot of families in the northern tier understand that. Unfortunately for us, we thought once we started putting programming on the Platsburgh area on a regular basis, we'd quadruple our viewer support. We get very little support out of you folks in Platsburgh. Hey folks, it's viewer-supported television. There's the Cougars. Cougar girls will take this. No photo finish here. But Platsburgh not too far behind. So that's the opening relay. Now I believe we have some sprints coming up here on this Platsburgh at Northeastern track and field event. Because of that large crowd along the fence, we're not going to be able to pick up much of the throwing today. You have to figure a large crowd, a lot of players, a lot of participants, and you get a large crowd. Yeah, we saw Aaron Connor working out at the local health facility recently, getting ready for this season. All right, the gun is up. We've got a hurdle coming up. Here they come. Like Matt's gonna win it. They're immediately changing their hurdles. So that might be the only girls' hurdle. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 heats. Looks like that's the only girls' hurdle because they're changing the hurdles. So it might be a boys' hurdle coming up next. Alright, there's somebody standing between us and the runners, so we moved over, and when we did, the gun went off. Platsburgh going to win this one quite handily. Alright, the hurdle clearers are busy at work getting the hurdles off the track. Good sprints coming up. A great hurdle migration. We're busy looking at a jump. The gun was up. We never know when that gun's going to go up. Usually we hear guns up, but we're not hearing that today. A Cougar winning that quite handily, followed by a couple, 3 Platsburgh runners and 2 Cougars. I'm not hearing that famous guns up holler that I always count on to alert us. We're trying to check out other events like the jumping here, and we aren't just concentrating on the runners. As I saw a thrower here. Gun is up. And 3 Platsburgh runners will finish 1, 2, 3. Looks like there's only Hornets in this heat. We're warming up at the high jump. He's reaching for his gun. Only gun allowed at School property these days is a starter's pistol, and you have to wonder if someday they'll find another way to start the races. There they come. Platsburgh runner finishes 1. The Cougars will be 2-3. Down to the wire. We don't have the angle to tell you who won that one. It was right to the wire. The Cougar was leading. But, too close to call on that one from this angle. It's an unusual type of throw. Gun is up. A couple of Platsburgh runners pushing each other to the limit. There we go. No spin on that throw. Gun is up. Looks like we have one more for the hurdles, for the sprint here, one more sprint. There's a baseball game also going on at the school today. Probably the JV game. Okay, we've got what is probably going to be a 1500 for the girls and 1600 for the boys. Start coming up. Girls are 100 meters ahead of the boys, but it's not a staggered start. The gun is up. We'll watch the girls take off. And they're pacing themselves, and we'll watch the boys. Drastic temperature change when that sun comes out. I have my winter coat on, which is not unusual for spring and fall sports here in the North Country. But under normal windy, cloudy weather, it's comfortable. Once the sun comes out, it's very warm. World's fastest human is leading the boys' race. Boys making up the 100 meter difference on the girls. But here are the girls' leaders right here. And here's the boys' leaders. Gun lap. Should also be the gun lap for the girls. Final lap. Dragoon with a big lead in the boys' race. Like he'll be able to coast. Third place.
Right in line, guys. Right in line.
And Burdick will win the girls' race. There's the first Platsburgh girl. like phone will be third. He's gonna beat her.
You guys know all the regulations and stuff, right? No.
Alright, we've got a race coming up here. Everybody's down but me. Looks like a relay. Must be the 400 relay. Alright, we're gonna move into the handoff area. Looks like the Platsburgh runners have a good lead at the moment. Shooting into the sun here, so a little difficult for us to follow the runners. Coming into the final handoff. Whoop. Alright, gun is up for the boys. 400 relay. Looks like 3 Cougar teams and 2 Platsburgh teams. And they're off. Again, we'll zoom up. This is the toughest one we have to see. There's the second handoff area. It's like Platsburgh in the lead. Platsburgh will finish first, Cougars will finish second and third and fourth. 4-by-1. Have another race about to begin. Girls. It's 3 Hornets and a Cougar. This might be a 400 meter. the leader. Second place still up for grabs, but looks like the first place spot has been decided. Over the races for second. And looks like the Cougar is going to pull up into second place. All right, we have a boys race coming up. Gun is up. Probably another 400. There we go. All right, 3 and 3, 3 from each school. 3 Cougars, 3 Hornets. And we got us a fast Hornet right there. Looks like the race will be for second place. April 26, 2005, Platsburgh High School at Northeastern.
Go, man, go!
And Northeastern gets second. Okay, 4 Cougars, 2 Hornets. First place up for grabs. I think the Cougar is going to win it. We have hurdles coming up shortly. We watch the high jump. Alright, again, clearing that easily. Gun is up. Girls, hurdles. Looks like 3 Hornets and 2 Cougars. And here we go. Keep an eye on the leaders. And here's our leader. It's like two Cougars are nip and tuck for a second. Platsburgh will take first and Knapp will take second. Where is it here? No, where we go here. I saw a thrower and I lost him. There he is. Gun is up for the boys relay. Only 3 runners. 2 Platsburgh, 1 Northeastern. Like the 2 Platsburgh runners will be battling each other right to the end. Hunter is in the hunt. Looks like they got the girls starting a step behind the boys here. I don't know how they can get enough timers to cover this, but this is an unusual start. I don't think we've ever seen one like this before. The girls have to give the boys a step. And they're off. Alright, boys are pretty much bunched together. One girl is leading the pack. I have a suspicion who that is. been a killdeer that's been very disturbed. I had a killdeer here that has its nest somewhere in the grounds of this track area. They're going with a big lead. And killdeer or bobolink, they lay their eggs on the ground, and if you approach, they try to give you that wounded, sour wing look, and they try to lure you away. But that poor killdeer had its eggs on the ground here today. I don't know how it could have managed to not get their eggs stepped on. With so many people walking around, and just almost impossible for somebody not to step on the eggs. Dragoon finishes first, Platsburgh finishes second. Here's the third place runner, fourth and fifth, sixth. Arctic will finish first for the girls. Phone will finish second for the girls. And here comes Hoole. Looks like an angry mob growing over there, but actually they're getting ready for the 200. And it looks like everybody and their sister is going to run the 200 today. After that, we got the 3,000 and 3,200. Then the 4x4, the 1,600 relay. Thought we already had that, but apparently not. Maybe I must have the 4x2 800-meter relay to start with. Of course, if you're out of town, the best place to view these meets here at Northeastern is from the top of Whiteface Mountain. Gun is up. Hand is up. There they go. A couple of Platsburgh runners pulling out to the front. We got us a winner from the Cougar side here. Gun is up. And it's up, here they go. Alright. Looks like it's going to be an all Platsburgh finish here. Yeah, looks like we have a couple more girls will be running. Looks like it might be all Hornets this time. Gun is up. And they're off. 4 Hornets. We have a 1-out. Alright, it's boys' turn now. Gun is up. Hand is up. And they're off. Alright, Platsburgh will win. The battle is for second. And it's going to go to the Cougar. Oh, it's close right down at the end. I don't know. Right at the wire. Ready for the next heat? Looks like we got at least 2 more heats after this one. Again, looks like the race will be for second. And the Platsburgh runner will get second. I think all officials ought to be armed. It could be a lot better at a soccer game if the officials had a gun at their side, huh? Like it's going to be a battle of Hornets. If you look real close at these track meets, once in a while you might get a glimpse of Rolla Parker at work. So whenever you come to one of these events at Northeastern, always check out Parker's down there and see if you can get a glimpse of Rolla at work. The gun is up. And we're going to have a room for another relay for sure here. A lot of people left after this one. There we go, 4 of them. All Hornets. There's the leader of this group, this heat. Alright, another relay coming, another heat coming up here. And they're off. 3 more Hornets. This must be the last batch. Next up should be the 3,000, 3,200. Boys will race 3,200 meters, the girls 3,000 meters. Reminder to everybody watching that this is viewer-supported television, local television. Relying on your support, and if you're wondering if we're talking to you, of course we are. As promised, it's the 32 and the 3,000. There go the boys. And the girls will be coming around the bend here. 8 times across the finish line. I promise we will not bring you the entire race. Of course, today's the day of the big spaghetti taco feed here at Northeastern. The running club has a big meal here today for sale in the cafeteria. Spaghetti or taco meal. Can't hardly go wrong. Way out ahead of everybody else in the girls' race. Either that or she's way behind everybody else. Comes the leader of the boys' race. The leaders. Third time through. big lead. He's really opened up a lead over second place. The boys have made up, the two leaders have made up the 200 meters. The second place girl. Comes a group of girls. Looks like our last race will be a relay. Fourth time through. I think we're going to relocate here. We got a group that decided to gather between us and the track. There are leaders for the boys. And the girls' leader is not too far behind. This could be the gun lap coming up here. If it is, we'll stay right on these two guys until they get separated. No gun. Only lap number 6 completed, I guess. The girls later. Looks like Platsburgh's opened up a lead. This could be the gun lap here. It should be here. The gun's up. And he has a comfortable lead. There's one lap to go. There's the leader, and he's got a lot left. There's your leader, the winner. He is no longer the leader, he's now the winner. Number 2 finisher for the boys. We just had the number 3 finisher for the boys come in. Number 4 finisher. Number 5. And the girls' leader will very shortly be the girls' winner. These ladies have another lap to go. Here's the girls' number 2 finisher. I believe that's Goodfellow for the Cougars. And the Hornet won that sprint. Up next, I believe it's a relay to end the day's activities. Gun is up for the 4x4. Looks like there's just 2 teams. Oh no, there's another team. There's at least 3 teams. So at least 2 Platsburgh teams and 1 Cougar team. Too many people here today to have an unobstructed view. Shooting blind right now. Shooting into the sun. That is your number 2 runner. Your number 1 is up here. Second place, pretty close. First place. Four by 4, so we'll have the handoff shortly. Number 2. About 5 seconds, and about 2 or 3 seconds behind that is Platsburgh. There's the leader. Number 2. And number 3.
Here comes DJ. Oh wait, I gotta go up.
Second handoff, halfway through the race. And still in the 5-second area. And about 3 seconds behind that is again is Platsburgh. There's the leader. Second place and third place. And we're getting ready for the third handoff, final handoff. We may have opened up a little ground here, we'll see. He's opened up a couple more seconds, about 7-second difference now. And this has gone from 3 seconds behind that to about 10. Unless she trips, this Platsburgh relay team will win it. And Cougars will get the second place. And third place coming up. Now my guess is we'll have the boys doing the same thing right away, so don't go away. Gun is up. You see, again, looks like 2 and 1. Yep. 2 Hornets and 1 Cougar team. This, I believe, will be the final event of the day. Nago with the lead coming into the first handoff. Get back to those leaders. I'm getting our microphone cord tangled up there. Well, the Cougars have opened up a little bit of a lead here as we go to the second handoff, and I'm going to try to extricate my microphone cord. This is number 2 runner. There's the leader. Platsburgh has taken the lead coming into the final handoff. And there we go. Well, looks like Platsburgh's going to win this one. And the Hornets finish about, let's see, 6, 7, 8 seconds ahead of the Cougars. And this fellow's another 9, 10 seconds behind. That, I believe, is that. Platsburgh High School and Northeastern Clinton track and field meet at Northeastern, April 26, 2005. Been watching viewer-supported local television. Win, lose, or draw TV worth your support. Hometown Cable.